random people, how are you all? Good. I am post-colonoscopy. I am after my colonoscopy. So, yes, last week I had my colonoscopy. I'm going to say that quite a lot because I want it to filter into your mind what actually happened. And what actually happened was I spent a day and a half on the toilet just pooping, which isn't fun. Really, really isn't fun. And then after that, I then have to drive to the hospital while trying not to poop, even though there are laxatives still in my system. And then I get there where I'm forced to wait for an hour and a half before they do anything. And then by doing something, they jam like that. They take a run up. Literally, the doctor takes a run up with the sort of snake hanging like that. It runs up and rams it up your jacksie. And that's what I went through. And they didn't give me enough drugs. They did not. In fact, to be fair, no amount of drugs is enough drugs for that. But they didn't give me enough. And it's very weird. And I have this weird problem that when I'm high and when I'm nervous, I tend to talk a lot. So the doctor and the nurse had to put up with me asking inane, stupid questions all the way through. And while they were doing it, they were spraying blue stuff inside me, because apparently that helps. And they even misshot at one point and shot blue stuff all down my legs. It was slightly bizarre, but I had it done. But there was there was something different about this one, which is when you get dressed. I told you last week about you put the one dressing gown on forwards and then one dressing gown on backwards, and you kind of get like a tube. It almost looks like a really unfashionable sort of 1950s, 1960s kind of skirty dressy type thing, which is quite cool. But they gave me this, which is slightly off camera. These are one size fits all, because they're huge, look at them. One size fits all, and they called them, what do they call them? Modesty underwear. And so they're rubbery at the top, and you slip them on, and then you wear these underneath your two dressing gowns. And the reason it's so freaking cool, I didn't wear them, because they're ramming a 6-foot camera up my arse. I haven't got much else to be modest about, to be fair. I don't mind if they see my cock in my deluded mind state. They can look at it if they really want to. I'm sure they don't really want to. But on the back of it, it has a flap. Look. So they can put the camera up through the flap. And I just thought it was really funny. So I smuggled it out of the hospital. This probably cost the NHS like 15 quid. I've smuggled it out. Screw 'em. But yeah, I thought that was quite funny. So afterwards, after the procedure, you're kind of slightly woozy, I suppose it's fair, and you're you're feeling puffed up because they put air into you. And basically you sit in the waiting area with nurses running around you and people waiting for the procedure when you're lying on the bed, farting. And that's the only nice way to put it. Because you are in agony, there is so much air inside you, you literally just have to fart to put it out. And because they've injected you with this blue dye, there's always a slight chance you're going to blow blue dye everywhere all over the bed. And it's not the nicest thing. But they bring you bourbons, which is nice, because bourbons are awesome, because you have to eat at least 3 bourbons before they will let you leave. And they will ask you if you want tea or coffee all the freaking time. And I don't know if you guys know this, I mean the 4 people who generally watch this probably know, but I don't drink hot drinks. I don't like hot drinks. And so I get basically accused of being very weird or ill when I say, no, I don't want a tea, no, I don't want a coffee, can I just have some water? And they find that absolutely bizarre. And it's essentially, it feeds into this thing that I've got, which is the prefix not a proper tends to follow me around quite a lot. So I kind of get the feeling that all the nurses there kind of see me as not a proper Englishman, because in my state of anxiety and fear, I don't want a tea, I don't want a cup of tea, and that's really, really weird if you live in England. Tea is like the universal cure-all, it's the magic bullet. You could have one arm, both of your arms gone, you've only got one leg, you're hopping, you can't sit down because someone shot you in the arse, but you will have a cup of tea and you will feel calmer because of it. But I don't. I don't have that. So I have this not a proper thing that follows me around. That I get told I'm not a proper geek, which I find quite offensive because I'm quite proud of being a geek. If there were geek pride events like gay pride events, I would so be there. I probably wouldn't dress up because I think that takes it slightly too far, but I'd be there. That would be awesome. But I get told I'm not a proper geek because I don't read comics. I don't read comic books. Because, and this is my thinking of this, comic books are one level below, this is the level, this is here, this is normal novels, this is adults who read Harry Potter, read a normal adult book, and comic books are way down here. Because if a page of a book has less than 25 words on it and is mostly pictures, that's a book to teach someone how to read. That's its sole purpose. And to be an adult reading that is just wrong. I mean, let's go. Let's do a Superman book. You open your Superman comic. You've just got your new issue of Superman. Superman, whatever it is, 923. And you open it up. And the first page literally goes, Lois Lane was captured. She was captured by Lex Luthor. Boo. Superman was upset. But Superman was strong. Superman beat up Lex Luthor. Yay! Lois Lane was happy. That's a comic book. Do I really need to explain more why adults shouldn't be reading that? Anyway, not a proper geek because of that. I also get told I'm not a proper gay quite a lot as well, which is quite offensive because, you know, I'm well, not married, not allowed to call it married, but to a man, that's surely got to count for something. Me living with a man, and we do bedroomy stuff. Does that, no, that doesn't count because I'm fat, and that is like a cardinal sin in the gay world. Really, really is. I'm slightly messy. You can't see over there. And once all the naked, convorted people have moved away, it's just a mess. Mainly because of the naked, convorted people. But it's a mess still. And I don't like clubbing. I can't stand it, clubbing. It's boring. I don't like Madonna. I'm just not a proper gay. And it kind of upsets me that people think I'm not. Fashion. Don't get fashion. Do you know how many pairs of shoes I have? Do you want to know how many pairs of shoes? I have one pair of shoes. That's it. They are my universal go-to shoes for everything. You don't need more than one pair of shoes. I have a pair of underwear. I have some boxer shorts that are 9 years old, and I still wear them. 9 years old. There's nothing wrong with them. They work. What about them in after 2 years has stopped them doing their original function? Nothing. And in fact, those boxer shorts weren't even mine to begin with. They were my friends who I borrowed and then never gave back. Someone's phoning me. They obviously want to know about my boxer shorts. So yeah, I'm not a proper gay, not a proper geek, not a proper Englishman. There's probably other things, not a proper comic, because, you know, I'm not that funny. But there's other things, and so I kind of resent that not a proper badge that follows me around. So, yeah, but anyway, I'm feeling better. I've had the camera rammed up me. They found two polyps. Polyps are kind of like skin tags on the inside, and you can have flat polyps as well. And I found 2 of them, and they're the things that either are cancer or will turn into cancer, and they've been biopsied and they're off looking at them, I guess, but probably nothing to be worried about, so I'm not going to worry about it. So that was my week. I'm looking at notes. Did you see that? I've actually got notes this time. It's quite good. And my hair is drying as I'm doing the show. If I do this a lot, it'll probably dry, and it goes all foof. And this is how my hair goes foof. Hair tips from Mark. See? Screw you, proper gay. I can give hair tips. Anyway, goodbye, random people. Hope you have a nice day. Bye.